was at an appointment. There's no saying how long she will be. So I bolted the door. I can always just say I did it accidentally. If I don't want to lie, I just say nothing. But I'm not gonna. I don't know when she'll be home. So I'm not gonna do this the entire time with the camera. I'll unbolt the door. Baby. Be careful not to get bit. Gotta be careful not to get bit by you, pug dog. So no one should be surprised that I did not use, I plugged it in though, I found it, plugged it in. I don't have any directions to it, so that could be an excuse if we want to make an excuse. But in this life, you know, lots of people don't do the things they should do, okay? I found the water pick flosser. It's handheld. It can even be used in the shower. It's what they call cordless. I had other really good things too, and I apparently lost part of it years and years ago. It was all before the pandemic, so it was many years ago. This thing might not even work. I had to wing it. I had to figure out winging it. I had to I'm like, where does the charger part go? Where's the charger part go? It's magnetic. It attaches to the front. It went by itself. Because I'm like, what the fuck? But I looked at the picture. I have no directions. I have no directions. I looked at the picture. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I at least found it. I at least charged it, if it even works. If it doesn't, we buy a new one. It's that simple. Because, you know, my dental hygienist didn't mince words. There's pockets that we got to get this down, or, you know, there's 5s in the other 3 pockets, and the one that had the scaling a few days ago, or a week ago rather, had 6s, couple 6s, so it's not good. It's only gotten worse. And let's get blunt, let's get real here. If we want to get real, if I'd started using the electric toothbrush, which we're going to work right now just on the fucking flosser, okay? But if I'd started using this a long time ago, I would have never got the gum disease in the first place. Even the little bit of gum disease, because it used to be 3s and 4s. It's just going to progress. It's just going to get worse. But we all have our things in this life, you know. There are people who drink alcohol excessively and smoke cigarettes, and, you know, we all have our things in this life. It's that simple. And mine is, I cannot stand, I take care of my teeth better than a lot of people. You know what I mean? I mean, some people don't take care of their teeth at all. But when it comes to doing the electric, and then I always thought I'd have to do it at night, you know. But a lot of times I planned on doing stuff, and then bad crap happened with my mom. Like, really bad crap. My God. How long ago? 5, 7, 8 more years ago than I bought this other stuff, and I can't find parts of it. I have no directions to anything, which makes no sense. Except it does make sense because I had it piled up over there, thinking that that would cause me to use it, and it didn't. But I probably put the directions somewhere, because paper I didn't want up there. I just had the different 2 things. I have that Sonicare, not Sonicare. I have water pick, is it Sonifusion? Something Sonifusion, where it's half, it can go into a flosser or an electric toothbrush. That's like fantastic. I can't find the top to it. Remember, in this life too, my mom gets sick, she can throw things away. She tried to throw away old important pictures. If she threw away pictures, I took them before she could throw them away. But even if she threw them away, I have it all saved onto disc. Okay, I have it saved onto that DVD. I did it all in California and here in Massachusetts over the past, you know, over a decade. I did it all at CVS, in different CVS's. in Massachusetts here and in California. Got all my pictures safe, including all the EarthCam TV pictures. Oh, so that Donald tried to hide from me, but I was smarter than Donald. I was more clever. I was clever. I was smarter than him in terms of, I don't mean I'm overall smarter than him. I don't presume something like that. I don't say anything like that. I don't say that about anything. But I was clever. He tried to hide things from me. He tried to hide my tapes that he had sent me, and they became my legal property. And he didn't hide them where I found them. He tried to hide on his computer all my EarthCam TV photos. I found them. I found them. And I was able to get them onto flash drive. Consequently, get them onto a DVD thing at CVS and print them out as pictures. So I have them all as pictures. I have thousands, but I have all pictures, even from when I was young, even before I existed. So they're all on my Flickr, but they're also, I have the physical copies safely on DVD, whatever that is, a DVD disc that they call it at CVS, and I have it in physical form in photo albums. So my mom throws away pictures, I have them safe. I caught her trying to rip up when she was really sick, when we were living with her crazy third husband after I graduated from college, and I caught her before destroying. I stopped her. She had scissors in her hand. She was about to destroy photos that were irreplaceable. There were old photos of me, black and white, from a baby, from things that we're talking over 30 years ago. Had she destroyed them, I caught her and I took them away, but that would have been that. They would have been gone forever. See? So, her illness can cause things to happen. My God, I have to protect her, and I'm not always up. If I was in bed earlier, she gets up, and she's on the powerful meds. She gets up, and she sleeps curled up, okay? She sleeps different than a lot of people do. She sleeps, like, across her bed, like, horizontally almost. It's very strange. But if she gets into bed and she's tired, she can't have her ass almost touching and everything ass inside almost touching the edge of the bed. One wrong move, she can fall off of the bed and smash her head on the damn nightstand. Okay? And she can say, oh, that probably won't happen. Okay, but it could happen. All right? Every time I catch her, I have to yell at her. I'm like, Mama, you gotta realize when you go back into bed, because it's not she gets into bed at night, it's when she's exhausted and gets up to go to the bathroom. You have to protect yourself. You can't be, she's practically hanging off the side. I get up if I'm up, if I'm up, I'm not always up to protect her, okay? If I'm up, I go to make sure she doesn't have her light on, because sometimes she'll just decide she's gonna, do stuff and put stuff all over her bed. I've caught her doing that 3 hours after she's gone to bed. Again, her danger point is when she has taken her meds, powerful meds. Get up and pee and piss or shit or go back to bed like normal people do, Mom. Don't start putting stuff all over your bed and like you're waking up for the day 3 hours after you went to bed. Okay? So sometimes she'll do that. I'm like, you need to go back to bed now. And then other times she's so exhausted she'll not protect herself in the bed. And I'll look at that and I'll be frightened because, you can slip off the slippery I mean, that's just too close for comfort, the way she's sleeping. And it's not, I don't even think you should sleep that close to the edge of your bed, even if you're lying flat, but at least this is different. She's I can't explain it. I'd have to show you by doing it myself, and you'd see why I'd be concerned. It's not me overreacting. If I have my in her 70s getting close, Mom doing that, and I know she's on those powerful psych meds, and I've seen her fall at just a couple hours after that time she fell over here by this garbage can, getting up off the chair instead of going to bed like she should have done. That better not be our guy. He's supposed to wait till we call and rest. Our grass isn't long enough yet. Last time he waited too long, but I don't want them to be presumptuous. Okay, how long has this been? 15 minutes. It's across the street. All right, my love. So that's what's going on. As I showed you before in the other videos, if you've watched them, the nipple has pretty much come back to normal. I was sleeping, so I have a voicemail on my thing saying, you know, I didn't say nipple on my voicemail, but I said, on my outgoing message, I said, if this is the vet, if I'm not answering this, I'm sleeping, but I have a feeling you're probably going to give me good results, good news, because I've been putting the Neosporin ointment on Omar's thing, and it's pretty much, it's going back down to normal. And I'd rather not, I didn't say this, but I'd rather have him not on antibiotics, you know, unless she thinks it's necessary. In which case I'm not having to go back in. I'll just go pick up a prescription, but I feel like, I think she's just going to say that it's fine. I no longer believe it, like it might be cancer. It's shrinking, it's going down. The red's gone. It doesn't look so ugly and awful and inflamed. I love Mr. Pug. I pulled another pug in the jukebox, baby. That's what's going on. I left for a little while yesterday. I went with wet hair because I saw that it wasn't supposed to be nice this week. It's supposed to off and on rain and whatnot, whereas yesterday it was really nice. So by the time I took my bath and my shower and washed my hair and the whole nice 9 yards, it was very enjoyable. We have no TV, so I asked my mom just to sit quietly and read just while I was taking my bath, you know. She read a lot of In Touches the past weekend. We had no TV. We still have no TV. I've opted not to, but I could watch. I asked them, I'm like, I can watch anything on my computer, anything at all. Like, yeah, just go to xfinity.com//stream and log in, and you can. Even regular TV, like ABC, yep. Even the third parties, like Tubi and Pluto and all that, yep. Oh, interesting. Good to know. Because my internet didn't go down, both TVs did. And that's how I knew it wasn't. They always say the automated thing was making me angry. I got to talk to someone. It's both TVs. It's not a pulled out cord. It's not whatever. It's both TVs. But you have to go through the rigmarole. You have to go through the thing with the automated. Just try doing the reset. And then it kept saying, we're still trying to reset. We're still trying to send it. And finally I screamed and I called back. I hung up, called back. And sometimes if you yell at the automated thing, then they can't understand you. They'll give you a person. So otherwise, they just want to keep you on a Groundhog Day loop. Okay, it's not anything we did. That would be too coincidental. Like 1 in a billion. That both TVs at the same time when no one's even watching them. No, it's something outside from the big thunderstorm we just had. Although we've had way worse storms and blizzards and this, that, and whatever. This never happened, so I don't understand it. But I do know it's not a pulled thing, but they have to go through that, you know. Before we can have a technician, have someone come out, we have to go through this thing where we're trying to reset it and make sure I did it anyway. I went through it, I unplugged it, plugged it back in on mine, not on my mom's. But the minute I saw it was hers too, I knew it wasn't anything we'd done. I knew beyond any shadow of any doubt it had to be something outside. I'm so grateful it's not my computer too. Because my computer's separate. When my computer was out here, it was attached to the TV, then it would be my computer too. But when we did it in my room, it's all separate lines, separate whatever. So technically I could watch anything I wanted on my computer. I just don't feel like it. Anything TV-wise. You know what I mean? I'd much rather wait and watch it on the nice big screen TV. Watch that dumbass show. I don't know why I'm watching it anyway. The new one on HBO Max. I asked my mom, are you still going to watch True Blood? You've stopped. She's like, yeah, I still want to watch it. Okay, whatever, you haven't asked me. I have a lot of other things to do. I know. Like, get caught up. You didn't want to read any In Touch while you're sick. You didn't read any In Touch 6 weeks worth when you were in the hospital for 6 weeks. That's 6 In Touch. So you're way behind on the In Touch. You were mega behind on the Woman's World. We stopped getting that. She has like 100 to read. Why get it? They repeat. I used to get that in the store, and I know they repeat the not specific articles, but the things they talk about, they do repeats. And we save Women's World. As some of you know, my mom is still reading those. She's like, I'm reading a magazine, a Glamour from 2006. Good for you, Mom. You wouldn't have any of those magazines were it not for me, because your sister, and I quote when she tried to throw them away when she came here, and, you know, throwing a weight around or whatever, and when she'd secretly become your emergency whatever, and you rejected me and all that crap, and you regretted it after. But I'm not gonna have 10-year-old magazines in my house, like they would hurt you. Well, my mom likes them, and she gets to have them here, and she reads them. She reads them. They're fucking old as all hell now. Like, ridiculous. Summer. She's reading People that's like 12 years old. I wouldn't want to do it. You wouldn't want to do it. She does. Thanks to me, she can. Okay? She doesn't get that much pleasure or happiness in this life. She can have the damn magazines. But, I mean, I like to keep the In Touch and the Women's World. Plus, she started doing crossword puzzles. She stopped doing that too, but she was into that, and they have crossword puzzles. Women's World has crossword puzzles too. Anyhow, I better stop this. And my mom can come home and catch me feeding Omar, and that's fine. She just can't catch me coming home feeding Omar and filming.